All right, everyone, what's going on? It's Mark Prada here with Team Prada Real Estate. I wanted to jump on and talk about the MLI Select program that's happening right now. So there's a lot of talks around it. I've been working with a few investors now and actually have actively gone through the process. So I wanted to just answer a few questions, go in a lot of the situation that's going on out there and exactly what's happening. So I think there's a lot of confusion around this topic, and all you see all over social media is 5% down, own a $3 million building for $150,000, and here's your ROI, these massive return on investments. It sounds phenomenal, but there's a little bit more to it. So if you were to be purchasing, let's say, we'll use this number, a $3 million building, yes, you would need a $150,000 down payment. Now, this is where it gets a little trickier. So on a $3 million building, you would purchase the building, then you have to get an energy audit. So you can purchase this building, get an energy audit. You'll have to go in and do the construction. So a few ways around this is you can get you can talk to a mortgage broker. We have lots that we work with. We can recommend to you. So you can get the property. You'll have to go through the traditional route in getting the property. So leaving a larger down payment and purchasing this. You'll get your energy audit done. And then they'll find out exactly what it is you need to do. So you may have to re-insulate, you may have to change windows in the building to bring it up to code to affect the energy audit and get the right numbers that they're looking for. Once that's done, then you can now apply for the MLI Select program. So you get a 40-year amortization or a 50-year amortization. Now, a lot of people are boasting about the 50-year amortization. So the way this works is you can only get the 50-year amortization if you subsidize one of the apartments. So to qualify for MLI Select, you need 5 apartments minimum. So in the city of Toronto, they've waived development fees to build 4. So you will need development fees to build the 5th. And in Durham region, they've waived development fees on 3 accessory apartments or apartments within the unit. Then you'll need to get development fees to build the other 2. So once you have 5 apartments or more, now you qualify for MLI Select. So in doing this, you will purchase your property, bring the energy audit up, everything will qualify. You can get short-term construction loans through many private lenders. A lot of mortgage brokers have connections to give you this. So you can get this done, qualified, and then you'll go for the MLI Select program. Now, the MLI Select program, what I'm seeing right now, and one of my clients just recently, everything's finalized. I've seen the whole process through. It took 8 months to get the funds from the government. They chose the option not to subsidize one apartment. So then you do not qualify for 50 years. You qualify for 40-year amortization. It does shorten things a bit and it will change your numbers. But the good thing is that once the building or the property is brought to spec and code and qualifies, the value is also worth more. So once you qualify, you can take a little bit more out. So let's say you bought this at $3 million, you put your energy audit in, you fixed everything, let's say it cost a couple $100,000. Well, the value of the property also went up because you've changed all of this and you've made the property sound. So let's say the property's now 3.5 million, let's say it goes for. So now you can get your MLI Select loan for 40-year amortization on 3.5 million. So you'll get a little bit back in return. You can put a little bit of cash back in your pocket and then go rent it out. And your ROI will be phenomenal because you're amortizing it over 40 years. Those payments are going low. You only need to have 5% invested into this. So at that point, you'll have about 180,000 invested in, and you can go from there. Now, the other option is flipping it around a little bit. So when you spin it around a little, you can purchase land or a property and then build. So when you go that route, it's a little different. It's a little quicker because you don't need the energy audits. You just apply for the permits. You have to get the 5 units, like I said. Now, a lot of places are allowing garden suites. So in Durham, they allow you to have 3 accessory apartments for 1 single family dwelling without development fees. And you build a garden suite. Or you can go the other route and get in Toronto. They're actually allowing you to have 4 apartments in a single family dwelling, and you can put a garden suite in the backyard. So you will have to go to committee of adjustments to get the 5th apartment. You will have to apply for development fees and go through all this process. But when you rip it down and then build, the process is a little bit expedited. It's a lot easier to just build to spec, build the energy audit. You get 1 construction loan. Let's say from start to finish, it'll take you about a year, 9 months to a year to get all your specs done, get your drafting, all your plans in place, get your permits done, talk to the committee of adjustment, get all your approvals, and they're expediting this. It's part of Bill 126, get more homes in Ontario. Well, actually through all of Canada, but I know Ontario and Toronto, Durham region, and Trent Hills very specifically. But you get this moves along a lot. This moves along a lot quicker. The other part with tearing down and then building or just adding to what's there, refinishing everything, is when you're buying a single family home with a half decent sized lot, you can build all of this stuff. You're not dealing with having to get tenants out so you can do the construction. One of the big issues that's going around is when you start removing tenants. So let's say you buy the $3 million property, and now you have to send them, L13s because you want to tear it down and do construction, or you're sending them N11s, cash for keys. You're asking them to leave. You'll give them some money. Some of these numbers can get a little outrageous. The N13 process is very challenging and difficult. In my experience, it takes around 9 months to 13 months to get them out before you're even starting construction. And then they also have the right to be the first one to come back. So you're going to go and spend a fortune on this property, and then they're going to come back with the same amount of rent in a much nicer brand new place. The math doesn't really make sense. It's not really worth it. So the option of just buying a single family with a half decent sized lot, we're seeing it a lot with bungalows. Areas like South Oshawa, this is happening a lot. We're seeing it in pockets in Scarborough. We're seeing it in pockets in Whitby. These are the clients that we're dealing with personally. But if you're looking for more information on this, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm very knowledgeable. I have a lot of passion in working with this. I come from a family of luxury home builders and just straight up home builders. So I know a lot of the construction process. I've been through it my entire life. So if you got any questions, reach out. I love this topic. I love helping people, but I just wanted to hop on here and answer a lot of questions that people were very confused on. And I see a lot of misinformation out there. So I hope I covered all the points. Again, you got any questions, reach out. I'd be happy to help.